Before we talk about the victory in midweek, how difficult has it been from a player's perspective with the sacking of Mike Jackson?
Listen, as a player, it's never nice to see a manager leave. We do, as players and everyone around the place, have to take a little bit of responsibility because the performances on the field haven't kept him his job at the end of the day. He's done everything that he could professionally. He's worked hard on and off the field during games, after games, and we give it our all. But we were just at the wrong times. Things were going wrong for us, and we just didn't seem to get the results to keep him in his job. So, from a personal point of view, myself, it was a tough thing to see him leave. And as a whole, as a club, he was a fantastic servant to this club, and we wish him well for any future endeavours that he takes on.
Yeah, good man, Mike, wasn't he? And a real Tranmere lad.
Yeah, he was, and he loved it. He loved every single minute of it. He tried his hardest. He gave everything that he did. His work on the field, his work off the field was top draw. He did everything that he could to try and get the best out of what we had as a group. And like I said before, we have to take a little bit of responsibility for that. Our consistency in games wasn't there, and sadly, in the world of football, results depend on whether managers keep their jobs. And sadly, he's lost his. And again, just like to wish him all the best with anything in the future that he goes to.
Change of manager quite often can lead to an immediate change in form, and that happened with the win at Harrogate. And it's amazing the way these things do happen with regularity. But what the reason for that is, we don't know. But it was vital for Tranmere to get back on track, and good performance, 3 points, clean sheet, and it's a building block, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, it's a building block. Like you say, one of them things, it just seems to be whatever club you are or wherever you are in the world, when a manager seems to lose their job, you always have a decent result after it. Whether that is because players are then trying to fight for their position in the team for the new manager, or whoever's going to come in and show what they're about. We probably a word that I used before, consistency. I don't think we've been consistent enough throughout the first 10, 11 games. That showed in our results. And we went into Tuesday's game looking to try and build on a way of playing, try and build an identity to Tranmere Rovers of how we want to play, and also try and now start on a bit of consistency run in our performances and hopefully results.
It's always a $64,000 question, isn't it? Consistency, where does it come from? Consistency of results, consistency of performance over 90 minutes, performances, from half to half even can sort of vary massively.
Yeah, they can do, and as I say, but what we try and do as a team, we try and know that we all know exactly what our jobs are. Whether you're at the top of your game in that moment, you still know what your role is for the team. So if you're having a little bit of a personal bad patch, you still know your job that you can do to help the team out. And that's what we need to now as a whole become. We need to become more of a team. We've got the individual standards and the capabilities to really hurt teams in this division. But we need to be more of a team and a squad to go on if we want to be successful this season. Again, like I've mentioned, the squad depth, the players that we have in this squad are capable of doing good things. But again, it's about us as a whole, with a little bit of special individual moments.
The FA Cup has a habit of bringing out the best in players from the very top level all the way down the divisions, and shock results are part and parcel of it. It is just a fantastic competition. You know all about it. You've played in the FA Cup final.
Yeah, listen, I love this competition. From a young boy, you're told all about it. You watch it on the TV, you see the history of it, you see the upsets every single year. And like you say, it brings out the best of players, and it's one that you look forward to. You look forward to the draw. We've now had a draw at home, which we're buzzing about against a League One side. So it's going to be a tough test for us. The Tuesday's performances give us a little bit of confidence, but we can't rest on that. We need to now again try and bring some consistency to the team, consistency to the way that we want to play, and show an identity of what we are. And then on Saturday, if we do them things, we've got a right good chance of going into the half for the next round.
And how different has the build-up been, or how different has it been with Ian Dawes and Andy Parkinson in charge since Mike's left? Has there been a different approach in training or trying different things? Because if you're a manager or a coach, I mean, your dream is being in charge, isn't it? And trying to implement your own ideas that may be slightly different, maybe largely different from who you've been working with.
Yeah, listen, they've come in and they've changed a few things. They know what we've got as firepower. They're trying to use that as much as possible. But again, it's bringing solidarity to the team as a unit, a way of playing. We're playing a formation that he's told us that we're going to work on. Everybody in the squad is being involved in that. So whoever comes in or comes off the bench knows exactly what their role is going forward, and if they're called upon. So they've come in and changed a few things. They've changed a few little patterns of how we're doing training. A little, you know what I mean? We've done a hard work session today. We've done a little bit of shaping stuff of working on what we want to do going forward, just to reiterate what every individual job is. So, yeah, listen, he's changed a couple of things, but it's the way that he wants to do it, and we have to follow and we have to go with it.
And Accrington have done really well. I mean, every season since they've been in the Football League, and now they're playing in a tier higher than Rovers. There's a bit of ill luck for Tranmere that they are, but you know, John Coleman's done a fabulous job. Whatever personnel he has, they're always difficult to beat and always organised and play with a bit of purpose about them.
Yeah, listen, I've played Aki a lot of times. I've had some great games against them, really tough games. As you said, John's done a fantastic job over the years with the funds and everything that goes on at the club, and the way the pitch was a couple of years ago. From what they do, they work hard. They're a fantastic team. They know what they're about, and again, they have an identity of the way that they are. And you know you're always going to be in for a tough game. So Saturday's going to be no different with it being a cup. Both teams want to be in the half of the next round, and it'll be a good one, and one that we're all looking forward to.
These are difficult days for everybody, Jay, but Tranmere and Accrington are two clubs that have been badly hit by COVID-19. How difficult has it been, this whole thing, you know, when games are postponed and sort of squad members can't be part of training and isolation? It must be really strange from a footballing perspective when these things happen. Yeah,
it's different, and you say everything is new. We're not the only team in the Football League that's having to deal with different things every week. I think for our first 8 to 9 games, I don't think we had a fully depth squad to use to players. We were missing players through obviously positive tests. We were losing players through isolation that they'd have to do. So we've had different periods, but every team's going to go through it. We have a full fit squad. We have everybody fighting for places, and everybody rearing to go. So or Gaffer or Ian Dawes, whatever he wants to be called, he's got a real selection headache coming forward now for however long is he in charge. Again, that's down to the chairman and the board on what they want to do next and who they want to bring in. But again, whoever comes in, they've got a fully fit squad to use. And we know through the season now, we're going to have more moments of maybe when we lose people to isolation. But it's one of them things that we have to kick on and get on with. And you know what I mean? We've got to adapt when it comes.
And a win finally for me in this game against Accrington take you further on in the FA Cup and another pointer to more progress, winning matches in whatever competition. Yeah,
it does. And winning matches breeds confidence, whatever competition it is. We want to try and get a run going. Like I said before, again, another big word for me for the way things have been at the minute. Consistency hasn't been there. So we want to start picking up points, picking up winning games, giving the boys confidence of the way we want to do things. And like anybody can say to you that your night or your weekend's spoiled by not winning a game of football. So we want to enjoy our weekend. We want to have our name in the hat for the next round, and we want to kick on.
Thanks very much, Jay. Good luck for the weekend.
Thank you, mate. Good to see you.
And you Jay, obviously there was a lot of excitement about the start of the season when new players have come in, but there's obviously no getting away from the fact that in the first 10 matches the results haven't been there. And I think fair to say as well, perhaps not the performance levels as well that we would have come to expect. Yeah. Can you put your finger on it as to why the performance levels haven't been there?
No, I can't, if I'm honest with you. Like I said a couple of times, I felt that when I came into the team, the squad that we were building was capable of going on and kicking on and really putting a markers down for this season. Whatever reason that was, we've all sat in meetings here over the last couple of weeks to try and nullify what it was. And sometimes in a league campaign season, things just don't go your way. Performances aren't right, or things in a game moment just, again, don't go your way. But listen, we're a squad that we believe in ourselves and we believe in what we're about. we know that once things start to get together, we can really hurt teams. And we've got to pick ourselves up and keep going. It's a long way to go. I think someone said to me before the game on Tuesday night, there's 108 points there's still to play for. So that's what we're going. We're going to attack every game now. Again, we've got a fully fit squad to use. And it's going to be a really big period coming forward. We want to get ourselves back up that table of where we belong. Again, another word, the same word before is consistency. The players, as a whole, we need to bring more consistency to our level of games. One week we're okay, the next week we're good. You know what I mean? So if we want to do something in this league, we need to be constantly ready to fight and to do what we're about and concentrate on what we are.
There's been plenty of talk from supporters about Tranmere not being on the front foot enough, and Jacko would allude to the fact that he'd had a lot of attacking players missing, but one player who was back and seemed to be in full flight midweek was Corey Blackett-Taylor, and I think would you agree with he really is something that can offer a different dimension to Tranmere in that attacking sense?
Yeah, of course he can, and like I said to you, it's about a squad game, and Corey, unluckily for him, has had a little bit of an hamstring injury. We didn't want to bring him back too soon, so we don't lose him again. Again, it's a long season ahead. We finally got Morgan back as well. He's been training this week, so they're two real good firepowers to come in and to help the team going forward. But the boys who've been here, Varney, Sam Smith, who's come in, Otis, Confines, Kieran Morris, Paul Lewis running forward, you know what I mean? They're all capable of playing and causing teams problems, and it's just about finding the right balance of a team that can go and can do that. We know, and Kane Woolery as well, sorry. So, do you know what I mean? We've got plenty of willpower and we've got plenty of determination to do well. It's just about them all gelling. There's a lot of new faces in this squad, and it may be for some of us, it may have took us a little bit longer to get together. But now on the training field, we need to work hard on becoming a team and going forward.
So, the FA Cup can be seen in some senses as a bit of a free hit. It's a break from the League Two campaign. Accrington in the league above now, but of course that's a team that Tranmere beat at Accrington last season. And a lot of these players now, we don't know who the new manager or the permanent manager of Tranmere is going to be, but presumably players are jostling for position to impress who that is already.
Well, of course it will be, because whoever's coming for the job or whoever wants the job will probably be watching the game and probably watch the game on Tuesday. We don't know who them people are. Obviously, the bookies have their own way of saying who are the favourites and whatever. But everybody's fighting for a shirt. We don't know, you know what I mean? We need to compete to play in that team. And again, I'm saying it, but the squad that we have, we could probably do 2 11s that could go and do a good game. So everybody's fighting for their place. They've got a lot to prove. I think every single person in the squad's got a lot to prove. And it shows by obviously the start of the season that we had, that this club and these set of players still need to prove what we're about. And we want to try and start kicking on as soon as possible and get ourselves back up that table. And even, again, going back to the FA Cup, we want to be in the hat for the next round.